I wanted to go ahead and make a video to share some really cool sites that I found while doing research for the Wonderland Trail. I applied for the permit for like 3 years in a row and I finally got early access. Otherwise, I was just going to do a walk up. So, whether you're doing a walk up permit or you do have early access, I know a lot of us are planning right now, trying to figure out our itineraries, where we want to camp, how much time we can get off from work. So, I just wanted to share a couple websites that I found super helpful. So the first website, this is called Hiking Tahoma. And what this itinerary planner does is it provides you distance, elevation gain and loss from one point to the other. So here you can basically pick however long of a duration you want your trip to be. If you want to basically utilize only group campsites. And here you have the option to either manually, if you are familiar with the trail, you can manually put in campsite to campsite, or you have the option to pick your amount of days and then do an auto clockwise or auto counterclockwise. So it will basically generate an itinerary for you. And down here you can look at the map and see basically section by section what that would look like on trail. If you find one that you're really stoked on, you can export this. So you can export it, go to your downloads. You can find it in your downloads, and pretty much there it is. You can go ahead and copy and paste that into a Word document or any kind of document where you're sharing with your friends or something to keep track of for yourself. Also, you have this share button here where you can share the itinerary in your messages, mail. This is on a Mac, so just wanted to let people know that. There is, I do plan on doing this in 5 days, and I am going to be doing the alternate route spray park. So, if you are going to be doing the spray park alternate route, you can click that, and that will basically change the map, if you can see below, to reflect you taking the alternate route, and that will, of course, update your mileage and elevation gain over here. Another itinerary planner website that's really great is the Wonderland Guides Wonderland Trail Itinerary Planner. So this is the first site that I found. I didn't find Hiking Tahoma till later on in the game, but this one, you just enter your start and end trailheads, how many days, direction, if you're taking the alternate route and your start date, and it will auto-generate an itinerary for that many days. The only bummer with this one is that it doesn't give you elevation gain. So Hiking Tahoma has an advantage for that. This one's really cool though, because you can just with a click of a mouse, you can either, hey, that's too much mileage. You can click this and it'll take you basically back that many miles to the closest camp. Or if you think the day is too short and you want to add to hike to the next camp, you just click that and it'll basically push you to the next camp. So you can adjust your itinerary that way. And so this is a great site just to kind of get an idea of daily distance, basically the distance between each site that you plan to do and how much hiking you're looking at for each day. But I recommend doing the Hiking Tahoma because you get elevation gain, and that's what's really going to matter with this trail because it is challenging. So you're going to want to know what your daily mileage is and how much elevation you're going to be gaining. Wanted to show you this site, which is like super cool. It's called Willis Wall. I haven't even gotten a chance to explore what this whole site has to offer, but in terms of the Wonderland Trail, this site offers video tours of each campsite. And so you can go through and watch these videos, and he literally walks through, and you can follow him. It'll show his location on this map, and you can see what the campsite looks like. You can do a little tour. And you can basically plan ahead of what site you want. Do you want to be near the bathroom? Like, do you want to be really far away from the bathroom? Where's the group campsite? Where's the water source? So he basically has done this for each site along the Wonderland Trail. And if you want, you can click to download the Wonderland Trail camp maps. It's on your phone, which I highly recommend to take with you, just so you kind of have some sort of context when you arrive at your campsite for the night. So you can just download these and it just tells you, boom, there's the campsite. This is a situation. You got your little legend down here. This is where you're going to get your water, toilets, all that good stuff. So That's very, very helpful. And what I've been doing is um, I've been compiling different itineraries into a Word document just to kind of go back and forth. You know, this one might be a good route, not as big of days, still has good campsites, just so I can weigh the pros and cons, and also have multiple itineraries to pick from. I've never done the early access lottery, so I don't know how competitive it's going to be. So I want to have a lot of different itineraries on hand. For me, like I said, I'm trying to do it in 5 days just because of work. And so mileage is more important to me than staying at any particular campsite. And if you have more flexibility in your schedule, you can go ahead and see fit that your itinerary goes through each of those sites. And there's tons of blogs, tons of trail guides out there that can give you more information on what sites kind of are the highlight of the trail. I did want to mention, though, that from my research, you cannot be hiking more than 17.5 miles between campsites. So this is where these itinerary planners come into play, where you can make sure that you're falling below that 17.5 mile threshold, so that you can book these on recreation.gov. One strategy I'm doing, and I saw other people doing it, is that let's say your starting day on the trail and your ending day on the trail. That's where you're going to want to, if you want to go extra miles, that's where you're going to want to do it, because it's not technically from site to site. It's just you're getting on trail and you're hiking to a site. So a lot of mine have really big days, the first and the last day, to make up for the mileage that I'm not going to be able to really make up for in the middle part of the trip. I did hear that you can contact, after the early access period, you can give them a call, talk to a ranger, basically someone. I know with the cuts and stuff, I don't know how many people are actually available to have that conversation. So I'm just trying to be as prepared as I can for recreation.gov to get that thing booked and done with. So anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys some ideas of different sites, different resources. I'll put these links in the chat, not in the chat, sorry, in the description of the video. I've been on Teams way too much, you can tell. And happy planning, and hope to see you on trail.